Hey guys and girls, welcome back to Greatest Good Tarot. Hope you're doing well and keeping out of mischief. Very important. Will you please, honestly, for the rest of us, would you mind? Would you mind? Thank you very much to everybody catching up, seeing if I'm all right, that kind of thing. I am. It's all good. Yeah, we've talked about it before. However, near the end of the week, last week, I was like, you know what? I'm feeling a bit all right. Let's catch up, see what's been going on and stuff like that. And it turned out that majority of the things that were in the news, we'd already spoken about. We'd already been covered in previous readings and things. And it was like, I feel like we're going to be repeating the same kind of messages that are in those ones. Those don't feel as if they've been kind of out of date or anything. If that makes sense. We're all still in that same kind of trajectory. Big word, thank you. So until the weekend, watching what's been going on with this WhatsApp thing has been really the first time where it's been kind of resonated with me, kind of like this is a thing that we need to focus on. This is a thing that we need to kind of like do a reading on and stuff like that. Hence the reason why we're here. Hello. So I hope you had a good week. Please catch up down below. What have you been up to? Anything good? Anything exciting? Please, it'd be nice to, see what's been going on in the village, the Greatest Good village. So apologies for all that shenanigans. But like I said, I'm not going to be... I don't want to be churning out things, especially when we've covered it already. Mainly because it will waste your time, it wastes my time, it wastes everybody's time. It would be like just for the AdSense, and it's like I'm not that sort of person. So anyway, here we go. So we're going to look into the Labour's WhatsApp scandal because it feels like it's the tip of the iceberg, and I just wanted to find out what exactly is going on here. So what's going on with the Labour's WhatsApp scandal right now for the greatest good for all concerned? Thank you. Always be appreciative, most definitely. So here we go. One more, it feels like. Okay, one more. There we go. Oh, that felt good. So here we go. Two of Wands. This feels like PR stunt. This feels like kind of a spin doctor kind of energy. Kind of the plotting, the planning, the scheming. I can't work out. It feels like there's two, kind of almost like opposing sides. Starter and Starmer's side, and then kind of this kind of breakaway. Kind of, yeah. It just feels very like two people. I know it's Two of Wands, but it feels very much like two groups plotting, planning, scheming against each other. Two of Swords. Wow. That feels kind of almost as if it feels like they're kind of with the blindfold, especially. It's kind of blindly going along with what they're doing. Not necessarily thinking about what they're involved in. Kind of like yes men kind of energy. Kind of, it's a weird kind of energy. They don't realize what they're doing because they're so dogmatic. The other side is so bad, we need to kind of, rip them a new one kind of energy. That they're blissfully unaware about what they're actually doing. And it's kind of got that energy about it. They're blind to what they're actually achieving. Kind of their own downfall. Almost feels, I'll say it now, almost as if it's like criminal energy involved here. Kind of like blindly yes men, don't realize what they're kind of signing their name to. Kind of energy, and that could be kind of like the legal repercussions later on. Kind of, yeah. I think that I'll say it now because it's coming up. But it's like, yeah. Seven of Swords, kind of the sneaking, manipulating, the cunning, the thieves in the night energy, that kind of stuff. Because traditionally, the Seven of Swords is, even though it's a sneaky kind of energy, it's got the kind of the orange, traditionally got the orange kind of glow, the warmth surrounding it. Because the concept of it is, for the new boys and girls, is to the reason why they're thieving or stealing, that's words, stealing the swords is so they can sit down and negotiate. They don't have to go to war. They're doing the wrong for the right reasons, kind of thing. But it's almost as if, because it feels like both sides, this infighting, this civil war, they're very much self-righteous about it. That's what I'm getting from that, though. They don't see the problems they're causing for themselves. They don't see the real explosion going on. Queen of Pentacles. This feels like the government. Not necessarily, it doesn't feel like stuttering Starmer. It doesn't feel as kind of sly, manipulative-y kind of. Notice how the kangaroo is turned their back to this. So this is all kind of like, it's almost as if like we're still being practical, we're still being mumsy, we're still doing the things, the day-to-day jobs, that kind of malarkey. Turning our back to what's really going on in the world for them. And the more and more this is going on, like the face is not going to continue. It's not a very... it's not going to be... the cracks are already showing, as we know. And it's going to... It's almost like they're going to seem even more incompetent because everyone knows what's going on, if that makes sense. Everyone knows what's happening here. And it's like, you're a fool kind of energy. You know what I mean? It's that kind of... Knight of Pentacles. So for the new boys and girls, we always see how the cards are connecting to each other, what they're touching on. Yeah. So this feels like another entity, kind of like a think tank or a non-governmental organization, whatever they are. No one can answer me. Over the years, I've always said, what is an NGO? Well, they're non-government organization. Yeah, but what are they? I don't know. It's like, they're not technically a charity. They're not technically, do you know what I mean? It's like, what are they? They don't, it feels like kind of building the bridge. Kind of, the image I'm getting here is almost like the lawyer in a divorce, but I'm only getting one, kind of like having the space in the conference room for both sides to have their say, as it were, and kind of build bridges and that kind of thing. But it feels like an outside entity, group of people. It definitely feels like a group of people. It definitely feels like there's a logo and a letterhead. It feels like... but it doesn't feel like a union. It feels much more like, even though they're technically for profit unions, you know what I mean? It's like, it almost feels like a business. It almost feels like a kind of an entity in that respect. The reason they're getting involved is their profit margins are being affected. Their end of year tax, that kind of thing. Yeah, their accountancy is being screwed over by all this. That's the only reason they're getting involved. Four of Wands, happy home, 1111. Notice it's slap bang in the middle of this reading as well. Hold on. Hold on. 10 of Pentacles. Yeah, okay. So the celebration here, okay, double back a bit. As soon as the Four of Wands went down, there was a sudden shift in the energy from these people. Yes, their money is being affected and all that malarkey, and maybe it's membership or maybe it's this, that, and the other, whatever it is. But their accountants are like, you've got to do something. We've got to blah, blah, blah. The Four of Wands here, in fact, is where they're trying to head to. So meanwhile, everyone else is internally the civil war, tit for tat kind of energy. But down here, they're trying to, like, with one mask, they're trying to go, oh, well, we'll be the kind of go-between. We'll try and build the, try and work this out, kind of sort this out. Almost kind of like, what's the word I'm looking for? The kind of therapy, couples therapy. Yeah. But in fact, they're trying to, the whole entity of labor, they're trying to switch tracks by getting rid of these people. These manipulators is the energy that I'm getting here. That what they would call these manipulators. To try and get to their 10 of Pentacles, their way of doing things. So everyone's trying to get something out of this right now, and this is obviously the base of the reading and all that kind of stuff. We'll get other cards and all that malarkey out in a second, but this is very much. So meanwhile, the government's trying to keep face and oh, nothing to say. Oh, it's all fine. We're doing our thing. We're blah, 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 whatever that is. And then meanwhile, it's a fight for power happening behind the scenes. I've just got the image there of kind of like the swan looking so graceful, or trying to look so graceful, and then meanwhile they're underneath the water, they're paddling like anything and all that. Yeah, it's that kind of going on. Queen of Cups here. That's not an energy that we've picked up on yet. Hold on. These two feel like, as an example, would be kind of like Raina and Streeton biding their time, trying to okay, well, almost kind of, yeah, I don't know who this is. I suppose it could be the Labour Party themselves. That could work. That could make sense. Trying to get involved to try and sort out the parliamentary party to go, look, you're screwing ourselves over here, all that kind of shenanigans. Meanwhile, these two are kind of trying to be ambitious and trying to be their own agendas going on. And then right down the bottom here is the Chariot trying to move forward, the determination of taking control. Overarching energy, Knight of Swords, information, truth, knowledge, wisdom, information rushing in. Underlying energy, justice, the truth of the situation again. So this is going to expose everybody. So even though we've got the actual WhatsApp so far in the reading is here, kind of the people involved, that kind of thing, the tit for tat malarkey. And hold on, why does that move? Is that Three of Swords? Oh, it's gonna be tears before bedtime. This is going to unravel everything, because it's not just who is involved individually. Kind of, I said that weirdly, but it's not just the people individually involved in the WhatsApp scandal. It's the connections involved, with those people, where they are. So like the health minister, who I can't remember off the top of my head, who's been kind of like discarded as, oh, it's just one person, even though there was the horde of people in this WhatsApp group and none of them reported him. None of them said anything, which implies they were kind of going along with it in some way, shape or form. But he, health minister, so West Streeting is in connection with him. Yeah, rightly or wrongly, whatever, but he's now, how did you not know this character when you're working with them day in, day out? Do you see what I'm saying? It's that kind of energy. Yeah, it's whole unraveling and craziness going on. And once again, I think this what's really going to be overemphasized here is that everyone's trying to focus on the now, the short term. And for me, the short term in this instance here is like getting to the end of the week, just yet another week, instead of focusing on midterm, long-term strategy. It's trying to put out the fire when there's, like, for example, like with the California fires and stuff, like when there's no water in the hydrants kind of energy. There's no resources there to do it. And you're exposing yourself for doing it. All right. So let's get the prediction deck out. Let's find out what's going on here. If you're new here, please subscribe and ding-a-ling that bell. Come and join the Greatest Good Village. It takes a village to support everybody. That is what we try and do here, And also, please feel free to thummy like the video if you're enjoying it, because that genuinely helps out the channel insanely. It's gorgeous. Thank you so much indeed for everyone who does that. And down below in the comments, obviously you can flirt with each other. It's more than welcome to do so. But also, we're the village. Why not? But also, please, that's where you can put suggestions for future readings down below, and also vote on each other's suggestions as well by thumbing up the ones that are already there that you want to see. Please feel free to do that. So let's get into this. So on for the new boys and girls, we work on it's like 3D chess out of Star Trek, right? Here we go. So it's two of wands. On top of that, we've got disappointing outcome. Oh dear. No side is happy. No side is enjoying this. No side is feeling that it's benefiting anyone. They're just trying to sort it out. It feels like by investing, by trying to put out the fire, they're not then going to, this is what I'm on about with this week thing. It feels like they're investing themselves in it. So later on, midterm, long term, it feels like they're all involved. Does that make sense? Yeah, I hope so. Like they're all involved. They can't then say they're distant from it. They can't say, oh, but that was over there. I wasn't involved at all. You're part of the cover-up. You're part of the shenanigans. Do you see what I'm saying? Two of Swords for the greater good. Exactly. They think they're doing what they're trying to do for the right reason. They're greater good. But like with the Seven of Swords here, people can see it. The fire keeps coming out as us. You and me. The general population, this passion, holding them accountable, holding people responsible for their actions and who they're acting on behalf of, that kind of thing. The same, and I said this like ages ago, but it feels as if, again, they're trying to use the usual. Hold on, let me put that down. I've got to take off my hoodie. It's getting a bit warm in here. Oh, I'm stripping off. Oh my days! I've only been here 10 minutes and already stripping off. This just the excitement of the channel, to be honest here. So, excuse me. Okay, I'm stuck now. I can't get my... Oh, for goodness. There we go. Aha. Oh, there we go. Bit of naked wrist. Another naked... Oh, we're on the roll now. So, ladies, please. And some of the gents, obviously, equal opportunities. But mainly the ladies. Calm down, dear. Calm down. So basically, the usual game plan they try and true and tested doesn't work. We're all too intelligent. We've seen it time and time and time again, and it just ain't working anymore. It doesn't wash anymore, and that's what they're like. Why isn't it working? It's because we've seen it so many times throughout history. We can see it from a mile off. That's why it's not working. Queen of Pentacles, trying to distract the illusion. Yes. Everything's fine, but the cracks are showing. We know it's not fine. The Knight of Pentacles, positive outcome. So this is Labour, or like I said, it's not a union. It could be a think tank, but either way, it's like they're trying to get involved to build bridges and stuff. So it's going to be positive for them. The changes are going to happen for them. So we're going to go on this track here with the Four of Wands and the Ten of Pentacles. So Four of Wands, food shortage. I feel like this is resources in general, going back to the money element to this. They're noticing that their accounts are down. They're going to run out of money or whatever it may be. Resources in general. And they've got to nib this in the bud as quickly as possible. And this is the opportunity now to have kind of a clean slate. 10 of Pentacles. But the battle is on. Once again, water. Their inability to disconnect themselves from it. The biggest issue, I would say, that this, if it is the Labour Party, is that they haven't moved quicker, even when I'm just thinking back to the whole conference season at the end of last year, when they showed their true colours by manipulating a vote on the winter fuel and stuff like that, moving it to a different time of the schedule, meaning that most people had gone home before the vote could happen, all that kind of shenanigans. And they've kind of shown their true colours. They're no better in some respects than this lot up here, who are it got the energy of kind of power trip crazy, right? So that's what the real issue is here. So even though, more like midterm, they're able to kind of resolve this situation and get kind of control back in some respects for them. It's you may win the battle, but you haven't won the war kind of energy here. They've exposed themselves. So Angela Rayner style, West Street and people down here. There's the water again. Heavy burdens, housing issues. I may need to get the dinky deck out to clarify that. That's a weird energy that's popped in there. But the heavy rain, you've stood by, Angela Rayner. You've stood by while all this is going on. You're in caught into this as much as anybody else. Your name's on the you've signed stuff. You know what I mean? Hence more heavy burdens with all this water rising. Can't swim, that kind of thing. And the final one here with the Chariot, moving on with the determination. The banking crisis. And it doesn't say banking crisis, it says banking currency. So the fact that it came up as banking crisis. Tensions are escalating. Underlying energy trying to control the narrative. Exactly. Right, housing issue. Let me get the dinky deck. There it is. Let me get the dinky deck out to find. Can we clarify the housing issues, please? for West Streeting. Thank you. What is... Housing issue. Oh, that one. Okay. Housing issues. Can you clarify housing issues, please? Yeah, it's a slightly different energy that's just plopped up there. I don't know if we know what that is yet. It feels kind of yet another say nothing kind of energy. Oh, hello. Almost poked my eye out, that one. Jeez. Health and safety. Judgment, speaking truth, calling it out. Okay. Four of Swords, calm the F down card. Okay. Putting the work in. Hawk lady, very lovely indeed. We haven't seen that girl for ages. So, it's quite literally the housing crisis of the UK. So Streeting's quite happy because she has been given the Angela Rayner has been given the poison chalice because obviously Stutter and Starmer don't like her, and she was voted in by the Labour Party, if I remember right. So they don't get on, and so he's given her all the poison chalices and stuff like that. So that's why Nine of Pentacles, Hawk Lady, he's happy. West Streeting's happy because he just puts the work in, he's calmed down, he's chilled out, that kind of thing. The speaking of truth, the judgment, obviously the trumpet, the trumpet of truth. He's not really connected with that in that respect, so she's more burdened by the shenanigans of Stutter and Starmer. And so even though Rayner is their Labour Party in general, their girl, she's been, she's kind of been shot in the foot, not by herself, but Stutter and Starmer and his cronies at the top here. So that's why it's like it's like Jenga. Everyone is being pulled down by it. And like I said, even though hold on, I found coffee. It's been a while. Cheers, everybody. Cheers. Yeah. So he thinks he's all right. But this judgment card here feels as if, but you were working with day in, day out, the guy that's been chucked out now and suspended by Labour and all that shenanigans as we record this. Whoever his name is, I can't remember. So you've been around him all this time. You know what he's like, and you said nothing. Do you see what I mean? It's that kind of energy. So even though he thinks his crap don't stink kind of thing, energy here, just putting his work in, chipping away, it's going to be fine. He's building something cool. It's going to be cool. It's all he's going to be pulled down as well. Oh, dear. Cool, there won't be many left at this point. Who's going to be driving the bus? Well, like they're being thrown out left, right, and centre. It's crazy. So how's this gonna move forward? Let's find out here. Right. So how's this gonna go? King of Wands. Okay, someone new. That definitely feels like somebody new who's not on the table right now. The Knight of Pentacles again. The Labour Party. That was just here with the positive outcome. It's almost like what I'm seeing here is this is the crowning of this person, almost like coronation. They're crowning this king of. Notice it's the King of Wands. It's not the Queen of Cups down here. It's not the Page of Swords down here. It's someone new. Yeah. So the commitment. 10 of Pentacles, which once again we've got here, right? The Lovers here feels as if it's a commitment to something, but I don't quite know what. I'm going through buzzwords in my head. For the new boys and girls, how this works, for me at least, I say, okay, they're recommitting to something. Okay, so I'm going through, what, are they recommitting to their manifesto? No, that doesn't resonate. Are they recommitting to the British people, the working people? No, it doesn't resonate. It's recommitting to something, but I don't quite know what. Because I'm going, like I said, I'm going through buzzwords. I'm going through kind of like, how about this? How about this? How about this? And none of them are like going, ding, 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 correct. Yes. It's like, So I don't know who they're committing to, because this feels like this leader wants to do something else. Oh, and is it the WEF? Oh, it's the cronies. Okay, it's the usual suspects, the alphabet spaghetti. It's the UN, WEF, EU, all that. Oh, okay, that felt stronger. Okay. So it's a different face to bring them back into the... Right, okay. Six of Cups, going back to their traditional values. Seven of Pentacles, we've seen what we've done so far. Okay, how are we going to rejig this? How are we going to redo this? How we can remake this? Where are we going to plant this new seed of opportunity? That kind of energy. Yeah? Five of Wands ain't going to go far. Everyone's going to call out, it's just a change of face. You're not actually changing your policies. You're not actually changing what we voted for, if that makes sense. What you said and what you're doing are two entirely different things, and you're not recommitting to us. You're recommitting to what you want to do, yeah? Ace of Wands. This is the light bulb, the aha moment. The realization that is it a realization? Is this a realization? No, it's not a realization. It's the light bulb moment, the aha moment. Yeah, we can go back to our traditional ways. We can see, where we went wrong and try like new way of doing things. But notice here, 5 of Wands, 10 of Wands. It goes against what people voted for, and once again they're burdened again. So as soon as they think they got out of this, they're straight back into crazy shenanigans and scandal and silliness. Fascinating. The last card here, 4 of Swords. Hold on, what's this? Hold on. 3 of Swords. We've got which was just under here. Just under here, the heartbreak, the upset. Underlying energy, reflection. Yeah, this down here. This down here feels, this person's installed, it feels before the elections, the local elections, to get through back. Oh, but we've found out, we found out what was wrong. All this kind of stuff and blah, blah, blah. But they're burdened. They can't, enough's enough. They've shown their true colors. They've shown what's going on. They've shown all that kind of stuff. And so, the 4 of Swords, the calm the F down card kind of energy, which is nice, actually, because in this deck, the stained glass window of the 3 of Swords is in the background of the 4. In this tomb? Is it a tomb? I don't know. What would I know? Catacomb, maybe? Oh, 10 of Cups underneath here. 10 of Cups. Happily ever after. Full card underneath here. Yeah? So it's like, even though Labour and these flunkies up here that are heartbroken and upset, and they're being thrown out, but the bath water and all those analogies and that kind of thing goes into overdrive, and basically the burden is done. They can't get away from it, no matter how quickly they try and change the face. The flappy face, that, we've changed, it doesn't matter. The damage is done. That's it. the burden, the Ten of Wands, nothing they can do. So the Four of Swords, it almost feels like it's you and me. It's everybody else that's calmed down, chill out. Because Labour's just pulling themselves apart. Let's use the Kipper deck quickly. And I don't know if I'm going to use the cartoon clarity, but I don't know. I don't know. I might do. If I feel it, I feel it. Let me just cut these. So, 3 cards from here. Bad health, yes. Coffin, yes. We've basically got the coffin down here, inside the what is it called? Clearly that coffee didn't work at all. That slurp. Inside the monument, inside the coffin. We all know it's in there, right? So it's just the end, the death once again. Thief, yes. Oh, please say the overarching energy is judicial courthouse or something. Or they're getting the message. Oh, okay. False person, yes. Shame. So, shame the judicial system in that, but they're calling it out. It's like they're getting the message. Feels like the bad health is going to be used as an excuse, as to try and keep face, kind of energy. It doesn't feel like they're going to be like the individuals involved with bad health. It feels like my wife, which one? My wife is not, feeling well. I'm going to have to, for family reasons, blah, 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 blah. That kind of energy. But the plan is over. It's dead. Dead. It's all over. Tension, enough's enough. They're getting the message. It ain't going to be enough. Wonderful. Okay, so the change is coming. We're still on track. We're still on track for this. Especially the ones over. I know that I said he'll be gone by Christmas. I know there's always one, but you said. But if they're such a plank that they're ignoring their own judgment, their own kind of guidance from God's spirit universe, whatever you want to call it, and from a egotistical, arrogant sense, they're just going to, no matter what, stay put. They're going against everybody, So they're stretching out, but the Stutter and Starmer's prediction reading from going up in the, what's it called, the Christmas Advent calendar ones that we did, he'd be gone by spring. By the end of spring, he'd be gone. So it's like, and it would work out here, be gone before the new crowning coming in here, before the elections, the local elections. So robbery again, thief, robbery. Wow. The right. The energy there did not feel good. Justice, yes. I knew it was there. I knew it. I could feel it. Hold on, what's that? Ten of Pentacles under here as well. 10 of Pentacles under here. It's just moved from under the Judgment card. But the Justice here. It's almost like they've got the tick box. This feels kind of like Jobsworthy with the rite of passage. It feels quite evil and soulless. But it's like the ticking of the boxes. They've got to go through the hoops. They're putting their names. They don't realize how far they're going, what criminal activities they're actually putting their name to. These flunkies at the top there. It's all coming out now. Four of Swords. That almost feels like persecution, the nightmare. It's all unraveling. Sorry. And so they're in a nightmare. The rest of us are chill, relaxed, calm, reflection, back to kind of some sort of normality, that kind of energy. So overall, for us, we're going to be all right. They're in a nightmare. The leadership of Labour that came out twice, like the Knight of Pentacles, they're in a nightmare. It ain't going to work. Overarching energy, planting the seed of new opportunities. Yes, origin for us. Underline it, blessing. Yes. So the people that are going against, as quote unquote, God's will, right? Not listening to their intuition, their downloads, not listening to the nudges, and at this point it's kind of like a hitting it around the head like a baseball bat, ignoring all those signs. It's gonna, like, the comeuppance is going to be worse, if you get me. It's always the same. If you don't follow your intuition and go against it, the outcome is worse and worse and worse, and it mounts and mounts and mounts. For the rest of us, it's light-hearted, blessing, relaxed. The Four of Swords. They're in a nightmare. They're showing up almost as if. So it's the recommitment, marriage, natural disaster. So it's like we're recommitting to each other, kind of the marriage. They're trying to recommit to EU and alphabet spaghetti and all that. We're recommitting to ourselves, and meanwhile the winds of change. One of my favourite cards, natural disaster, because it's the winds of change. It's like the Mary Poppins card. Stay until the wind changes. Now the wind is changing. All the crud is being moved out and left with purity, the blessing, the vow. Yes. The bully is embarrassed. Yes. So we're like recommitting to ourselves what we wish to have, the sort of relationships we want to have, the internationally, locally, nationally, that kind of thing. And the bully is embarrassed, so it's nice. Nice. Awesomeness. I hope we've learned from this, though. There's 6-7 months now. I hope as a nation we've learned what we're missing as controls, as mechanisms, as safeguards. Things like being able to recall MPs in an easier way. Like how to re-trigger a general election. Do you see what I'm saying? Things like that. As a nation, as a people, working people, it would be interesting to kind of start how can we actually bring those controls back to the people? Does that make sense? I hope so. I think that's the sort of thing that we should be starting to reflect on. Who do we need to pressure to make those people accountable and responsible for their actions when they go against us, as it were, and what they promise in their manifestos and stuff like that. But I think we're going to leave it here for now. I'm just saying it because I think that's what the origin is, the planting the seeds. That we've gone to the extreme, and so obviously we need those safeguards to be able to trigger elections and by-elections and things like that, and keep it democratic as much as possible. They can't, like, even with the council elections that are being cancelled, even the council, yeah, that are being postponed. Bit of a tongue twister there, but keeping that democracy still has to happen, no matter what. You work for us, that kind of energy. So that's what I'm getting here from the origins, that kind of planting the seeds of opportunity, the creative ways of being able to ensure that those safeguards are implemented. Even if, as an example, to recall an MP, maybe instead of getting 10,000 signatures, it has to be 50,000, like a different threshold to go, no, we want to we want to pull back our MPs not respecting what we want locally. Bish bash bot. Do you see what I'm saying? It's that kind of bringing control back to the little guy, which we've been bashing on about for months. Now we're in the season for the next 25 years or so. But anyway, we'll leave it here for now. So if you enjoyed this reading, please thumb me like. Genuinely helps out the channel. Comment down below if you want a future reading suggestion, that kind of thing. You can also obviously vote on the ones down below. If you see a suggestion that you would like to have. And of course, if you're new here, subscribe, ding-a-ling that bell, all that jazz. But until next time, where we do this crazy shenanigans all over again, take care. Look after yourself. Be well. And thank you for your company. I'll speak to you soon. See you later. Ta-ra.